Catch me outside, how about that?
How about that?
How about that?
How about that?
Catch me outside, how about that? Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am just wrapping up the weekend and I just kind of wanted to bookend the vlogging that I've been doing over the weekend and just share with you guys what we've been up to, and hopefully you guys are also staying safe and having fun and finding ways to be productive and relaxed whatever's making sense for you right now during this time that we have. So yeah, this is almost kind of like some flashbacks over the course of today and yesterday. So let's come over here and talk about this, guys. The orange tickets are independent tickets. The teal tickets are tickets that you guys are going to collaborate on with no arguing. Does anybody have any questions about how this is supposed to go down?
No.
Come over here, Lion. Do you have any questions?
Why?
On Saturday evening, we did a family art project. One of our neighbors has organized a scavenger hunt in our neighborhood, and she basically just posts what it is that we should draw and put in our window every week. And as we're walking around the neighborhood, going on walks with our dog or walking the children around, trying to get them out of the house a little bit, we can look for the different images in the windows of our neighbors. Hope you're all doing well and staying safe during quarantine. I just wanted to share a little bit about what we're doing this weekend. So we're already off to kind of a busy start. I woke up this morning, I had some devotional time. Kofi took Scotch to the groomers, dropped off the dog, and then I think he'll probably try to do a little grocery haul. We have some schoolwork projects going on with the kids. We're gonna try to make some banana bread today for the first time. And just a few other things, just to show what's going on in our day. And then I kind of want to end the video just talking about like some thoughts and reflections for us during this time, how to make the most of it. All right, so as I'm making breakfast right now, I'm helping Lai out because she's doing a writing assignment for her online course where she has to basically write a story about an event that happened in my life. And I was just telling her about a time when I was about her age that I decided to run away from home. So she's asking me a few more questions about that, and while I finish cooking and having my coffee this morning.
So you took a bathrobe?
Yes, so I packed, like I said, I just don't do things haphazardly. I definitely packed the bread, the corn, the can of corn, the can opener, and Grandma was asking where the can opener was. So I was afraid she was gonna suspect something was up. And then I packed a Swiss Army knife that my dad had, and I packed a green bathrobe that I had. It was really soft. I think it was like a mint green. Kind of like the one you have.
Sensory.
Yes, that's a good sensory detail, right? It was a mint green. It was like a soft mint green. And I had one of the eye masks this week because I was going to be balancing my hunting with luxuriating in my treehouse apartment in the woods. Yes. Okay, so we're about to do this. We're gonna make some banana bread for the first time ever. Never done it, but I actually really like banana bread, and I think I've convinced Laya on the banana bread cake. Or was that zucchini bread? That was zucchini bread.
Zucchini bread, but I never actually.
You never liked it. So, don't you love when you're telling a story about what happened, and then when you get in front of people, your kids are like, "Oh, that never happened. I never said that. I don't really like that." It's just so funny because that's how these kids are. They won't let you be great. Yes, sir.
Do I know
You know what?
about what you're talking about?
I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. I don't know.
Because I don't know.
You don't know. Nobody knows. But I just know that this is a chronic pattern. So, you know what? Just comment below if this happens with you and your children. Let me know. Let me know if it happens to you too. Because for whatever reason, in this family, anytime I say something, you know, these kids will be like, "Oh, my favorite color is orange."
Make sure you.
And then I'll be like, "Oh, his favorite color is orange." And they're like, "I never said
That's because we have change.
that." Change. Okay,
Mine's
so.
orange for now.
For now. Okay, so at least that's still accurate. All right, so we're gonna get into this banana bread stuff. Hopefully Lincoln will also enjoy it. He's not the hugest fan of bananas, but he does like pastries, right? So hopefully we'll get it to a combination that he enjoys, and hopefully everybody will be on the same page with this banana bread. All right. All right, so we just put our banana bread in the oven. Hopefully it's gonna turn out great. We will check back in and let you guys know how it turned out. Fingers crossed for us on our first time making it. I had great helpers. All right, so I'm still trying to figure out exactly the full angle that I want to take here, but I've got to come up with something because the lighting is bomb right now. It's just a good time of day. Hope he's laughing at me. So as far as where things stand here in Los Angeles, we are still under social distancing in a pretty intense way. Yesterday, they closed down all of the beaches and the parks and the trails just to make sure that people really are spread out quite a bit. So it's really boiled down to only essential outings: grocery store, bank, pharmacy, pet stores. I think that's a complete list. Is there anything else? What was kind of good news for Kofi was that yesterday real estate, or I guess on Friday, real estate was declared an essential business in California. There'll still be some restrictions, but at least people will still be able to conduct some business under some guidelines. So I guess one thing that I kind of want to talk about to wrap up this video is a little bit about mindset and mindset during difficult circumstances like this, because I think that as an individual and pretty much as a family, we're functioning still at a pretty high level. And so, you know, it kind of warrants the question of how is that possible with such a major change to our lifestyle? How is it that we're able to just keep moving forward? Some of the thoughts that come to mind are just, you know, again, being an athlete, something I always talk about leaning on really heavily. And I think part of that mindset of being an athlete is about just being persistent and being able to persist. And even being able to persist in a time where it seems like you are down or you are at a deficit. Because every competitive athlete has been at a critical point in a game where they're actually losing the game. And so it takes the development of a certain kind of mindset over time to be able to pull yourself out of those circumstances or out of the like mental and emotional trap of those circumstances to be able to fight forward and fight for your chance to still be victorious. So I think that leaning a lot on that experience as an athlete is probably what is propping me up. And you know, I'm also married to a person who's an athlete. Maybe not for long. This quarantine doesn't end. I think another thing that has kind of worked out for me is that I feel like, at least over the past couple weeks, I've still been functioning in a role outside of my role in our home too. So I had that speaking engagement at Yale, and I have a couple other projects that I'm working on. At the same time, I've had a few different people reach out to me, you know, with questions asking for my professional opinion because I have a background in public health. So I think that's been kind of interesting. Obviously, the entire situation is a little bit stimulating to me because I have that kind of research experience and academic training in this field. So I think part of my you know, anxiety is even just tempered by my curiosity about the entire situation. I think besides being an athlete, the other identity that I really tap into in moments like this is just being African and connecting with the experience that I've had living in Ghana before. And if you really stayed extended amounts of time in any rural area in Africa, you understand how to sit still, how to be without television, and how to be without, you know, many different kinds of stimulation. So I think I've also had that experience before that gives me a greater patience, probably during times like this. And I also think, you know, I just have so much respect from the people that I've observed, from children all the way up to, you know, very senior people who are living in rural Africa or in developing parts of the world like that, where a situation like this is not just a temporary circumstance for them, but it's their everyday reality. And they're still able to function and find hope and joy and friendship and love and peace of mind, despite what they're lacking. And then I think, of course, the final thing that's just getting me through is faith. So, you know, definitely spending more time in prayer, reading the Bible, looking for comfort and instruction and advice from a source that I feel like is tried and true and tested. That's always the best source of encouragement for me. So spending time in prayer, spending that quiet time in conversation with God, you can't beat that. The hardest parts about this quarantine are definitely being an introvert and not getting quite enough time alone. So that's a hard part. I think the second challenge for me is like being a little bit higher on the maintenance spectrum. So, you know, you have things that are appointments that are canceled. I'm just gonna have to figure out doing my own nails. If I can ever get Amazon to deliver the equipment to me, that's gonna be an adventure. That might be a vlog episode in and of itself. I think I'm also concerned a little bit, I mean, as is, I think, reasonable, about my own health. I was recently ill because I had chicken pox about 6 months ago in November. So it was a really, really, really difficult experience for me being that sick. So I think with that recent memory of being really sick and the fact that I'm asthmatic and I have this condition, it's concerning to me. But I think that even that anxiety is just kind of tempered against the reality of our mortality anyway. So I think that that's something that we're always kind of trying to grow and evolve and appreciate and accept. So, you know, there's some balance there between, you know, wanting to protect my health and be concerned about my health and be concerned about my life and existence, not just for myself, but for my children, my family. But again, tempered against this reality that things aren't really in our control and our mortality isn't really in our control anyway. So I think there's that. Oh my God, how could I forget? The hardest part of all of this is cooking 12 meals a day for these people. The hardest part is cooking 12 meals a day for these people who are hungry all day long. Is wild out here. Yes, I'm glad that you're chiming into the video to just validate how she eats all day. This little girl, she's like a toothpick. She eats all day long. They even made up a song that's like snacky snack, snacky 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 snack, snacky snack, snacky snacky. I think there's definitely been an opportunity to plan and to brainstorm, you know, new content and everything. So hopefully I'll be able to get that out to you guys. I am looking forward to hopefully doing another Power Couple vlog soon with Kofi. I have wanted to do one about things that we argue about. We were talking about that. And so it seems like it could be timely because, you know, we got everybody in quarantine here. So the heat is on, the pressure's on for all relationships. So we will hopefully be able to get that out. And that should be entertaining, fun, and authentic. So that's pretty much it for this weekend. Thanks so much for watching. I will definitely be checking in and keep creating content that hopefully will keep you entertained and encouraged and continue to be safe. Praying for everybody.